This person played with your heart, now they're facing. Stop right here. Don't move your finger. Don't even blink, because the exact second you open this message, everything finally flips. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Listen carefully, because the person who once played with your heart, the one who smiled while breaking you, the one who pretended, manipulated, and disappeared, they are now facing something they never saw coming. And the craziest part? Their downfall is connected to you. Not because you did anything, but because life itself stepped in. Keep watching, this is where the twist begins. A new energy is surrounding that person, an energy of consequences. They thought you were weak. They thought you would cry forever. They thought you would never move on from the hurt they left behind. But now, something shocking is happening behind their back. While they're trying to look happy on the outside, their inner world is collapsing. Nights that used to feel peaceful now feel heavy. Silence that used to comfort them is now loud, painful, and full of regret. And every time your name crosses their mind, it hits them like a reminder of what they lost but didn't value. Don't skip, because the next line will shake you. Here's the truth they're afraid to admit: their games have turned against them. The same mind tricks, the same lies, the same fake confidence, they're facing it all from someone else now. Someone is treating them exactly the way they once treated you. And deep down, they know it's karma. They know they caused this. They know life is making them feel every emotion they once ignored in you. Stay till the end, because what's coming next is a once-in-a-lifetime reversal, and trust me, you do not want to miss it. Listen closely, something unbelievable is happening right now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart, who laughed when you cried, who walked away as if you meant nothing, today, they're realizing the biggest truth of their life: they lost someone they were never supposed to lose. And the timing of this realization? More painful than anything they ever made you feel. Their mind is restless. Their confidence is shaking. They're replaying every moment where they had a chance to treat you right, but chose pride instead. And the strangest part? Everywhere they turn, they're reminded of you. A song, a place, a random sentence someone says, everything feels like it's pointing them back to the person they took for granted. Don't skip, because this shift they're going through is only the beginning. Right now, they're facing the mirror they avoided for so long. And for the first time, they're not seeing the strong, smart, charming version of themselves. They're seeing the version that messed up. The version that hurt someone who genuinely cared. The version that's now facing the same loneliness they once pushed you into. And as this truth hits them harder every day, they're starting to feel something they never expected: fear. Fear that you're gone. Fear that someone else will give you the love they never could. Fear that life won't give them another chance. Wait, something even bigger is unfolding right now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart is now experiencing a shift so powerful, they can't escape it even if they try. The same confidence they used to have, the same ego, the same "I don't need anyone" attitude, is cracking like glass. And beneath that crack, the truth is spilling out. You were the real one, and they ruined it with their games. Their nights aren't peaceful anymore. They lie awake scrolling through old memories, old photos, old messages. Trying to figure out how they went from having your heart to losing your presence completely. And for the first time, they're realizing something that hits them harder than any heartbreak. You didn't lose them, they lost you. Don't skip, the next part will shake you. Now they're facing what they once made you feel, uncertainty. They don't know where they stand in your life. They don't know if you still care. They don't know if you've moved on. That fear eats at them more than they expected. Everywhere they turn, life keeps showing them what they threw away. Someone they know is treating them exactly the way they treated you, cold, distant, unpredictable, and it's breaking them from the inside. And deep in their chest, guilt is growing, regret is rising, and reality is screaming, this is what you did to someone who only wanted love. Hold on, because this is the moment everything turns upside down. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart is now standing at a point they never imagined, face to face with the consequences of their own choices. Life has placed them in a situation where they can no longer hide behind excuses or pretend they're fine. Someone they trusted just walked out on them in the same cold, unexpected way they once walked out on you. And the shock they're feeling right now? It's the same shock they left you with. The same confusion. The same silence. The same ache. Don't skip, because this truth is only getting heavier. Their pride, the thing that once controlled everything they did, is collapsing. They're finally understanding that real connections don't break, real hearts don't play games, and real love doesn't walk away. They're remembering your patience, your loyalty, your efforts, every moment when you gave more and received less. And suddenly, the weight of that realization hits them like a storm they can't escape. It's the moment people talk about. The moment when karma stops being a word and becomes a mirror. And in that mirror, they're seeing the exact version of themselves that wounded you. Now life is making them feel the pain they once ignored. Stay till the end, the twist is coming. Right now, they're experiencing the one thing they always feared, losing someone who truly valued them. And that fear is pushing them into a space they never wanted to be in, regret. Deep, painful, uncontrollable regret. They're replaying every what if, every maybe, every I should have, and every moment they chose ego over effort. And now, life is giving them a final message they can't unhear. When you play with a good heart, you lose the best blessing. Before you move, before you scroll, share, comment, and subscribe, because part will reveal the moment that changes their life forever, and your power in their story is about to become undeniable. Wait, don't move. Something massive is unfolding right now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart is finally reaching the moment life has been preparing for them, the breaking point. The point where pretending doesn't work anymore. The point where their smile fades the second they're alone. The point where everything they did to you comes back like an echo they can't silence. And this time, they can't run, they can't hide, they can't deny it. Life has locked them in a lesson they must face. All the moments they brushed off, all the times they ignored your pain, all the times they thought you'd always be there, today those memories feel like fire inside them. They're starting to understand the depth of the love you once gave. They're realizing how safe they felt with you, how real things were, how rare your energy truly is. And with every reminder, regret is tightening its grip on their heart. They thought moving on would be easy. They thought losing you wouldn't matter. But now, the emptiness they feel is louder than any love they tried to replace you with. Don't skip, because the next part will hit different. Here's the twist: they never expected you to heal. They never expected you to rise. They never expected you to reach a point where their presence doesn't affect your peace anymore. And that shift, your shift, is what's shaking them the most. Because now, they're seeing a future where you're no longer waiting. A future where you're smiling again. A future where someone else might hold the space they once wasted. And that fear? It's waking them up in ways nothing else ever could. Stay till the end, because part 6 will reveal the moment they realize they didn't just lose you, they lost the version of you that loved them the most. Hold on, because what's happening next will shock you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart is finally realizing something they never wanted to face: you're not the same person they left behind. The version of you that cried for them, waited for them, hoped for them, it's gone. And this truth is hitting them harder than any karma ever could. They're watching you from a distance, quietly, silently, secretly, trying to understand how you became stronger after everything they put you through. Your glow is different. Your energy feels powerful. Your silence feels expensive. And the wildest part? The more you heal, the more they break. Because now they're seeing the difference between what they had with you, and what they have without you. The connection they thought was replaceable suddenly feels one of a kind. The attention they thought they could get from anywhere now feels empty. They're realizing you weren't just another person. You were the calm they can't find again, the love they can't recreate, and the peace their heart now misses every single day. Don't skip, the next line is important. Now they're facing the cruelest reality of all: you moved forward, and they got stuck. Stuck in memories. Stuck in guilt. Stuck in the past they destroyed. And while you're building a life that finally feels balanced, they're battling a storm that won't stop. Their mind keeps pulling them back to you. Your voice, your care, your loyalty, everything they once undervalued is now everything they crave. And deep down, they know something heartbreaking: if they came back today, you wouldn't be the same, and the outcome wouldn't be in their favor anymore. Wait, don't scroll now. This is the turning point you've been waiting for. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart, the one who acted unbothered, unaffected, and untouched, has finally reached the moment life was saving for them, the moment of truth. Their walls are breaking, their ego is shaking, and their heart is finally speaking louder than their pride. Everything they hid from themselves is now rising to the surface. They're sitting alone, replaying the past like a movie they can't pause. Every memory with you now feels sharper. Every kindness you showed now feels priceless. Every tear you shed now feels like a weight on their conscience. And the worst part? They're realizing how blindly they treated the one person who genuinely cared. Their mind is filled with questions they never asked before. What if I hadn't hurt them? What if I hadn't played those games? What if I had valued them when I had the chance? And the regret, it's becoming impossible for them to swallow. Don't skip, because the next part cuts even deeper. Here's what they finally admitted, something they refused to accept for the longest time: they didn't lose just a person. They lost a blessing. They lost someone who would have stood by them through storms. Someone who understood their silence. Someone who believed in them when they barely believed in themselves. And as that truth sinks in, their heart is cracking in places they never let anyone see. They're realizing that losing you wasn't just a mistake, it was the kind of loss that changes a person from the inside. Stay till the end. Because Part 8 will reveal the moment life forces them to confront the biggest consequence of all: you're no longer waiting. Hold up, don't move. This is the part everything finally snaps into place. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart, the same person who acted like losing you meant nothing, has just reached a moment they never expected: the reality check. The kind of realization that hits so deep it shakes their entire world. They tried to move on. They tried to pretend. They tried to replace what they had with you, but nothing worked. Because now, life is making them see the truth they ran from: they didn't break you, they broke themselves. Their days aren't the same. Their nights feel longer. Their thoughts are heavier. And no matter how hard they try to distract themselves, your absence feels like a silence they can't escape. Someone around them recently said something so simple, yet it pierced straight through their heart: you don't realize the value of a good heart until it stops waiting for you. And that one line has been echoing in their mind every single day. Don't skip, because the next moment is the punch life delivers directly to them. They've finally admitted something they never had the courage to say before: I messed up, and there's no reverse button for this. They're realizing you were not a temporary chapter, they were living in the presence of a once-in-a-lifetime kind of soul. Your patience, your consistency, your loyalty, these things weren't normal. They were rare. And now that you're not giving them the same energy, the same care, the same presence, they're feeling a type of emptiness they can't fix. They're facing the one truth they feared the most: you're healing, and your healing is leaving them behind. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Part 8 will reveal the moment they realize they didn't just lose love, they lost the version of you that would have chosen them every single time. Wait, don't look away now. This part changes everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart has just walked into the one moment life had been preparing for them, the moment where the truth becomes impossible to ignore. They thought your silence meant nothing. They thought your distance was temporary. They thought you'd always come back, no matter how many times they pushed you away. But today, they've realized something terrifying: you're not coming back the way they expected. They saw something recently, maybe a picture, a post, a moment where you looked genuinely at peace, and it hit them harder than anything they've ever felt. Because for the first time, they didn't see the hurt they caused. They didn't see the version of you waiting, crying, overthinking. They saw someone healing. Someone growing. Someone rising. And the sight of your strength has shaken them to their core. Don't skip, the next line is heavy. They finally understand that your heart was never weak, your love was just deep. And now that you've redirected that love into yourself, their whole world feels unbalanced. They're watching you glow in ways they never believed you could. They're watching you step into a life they never imagined you'd reach. And as they witness this new you, a fear is growing inside them. The fear of being forgotten. The fear of being replaced. The fear of being just a memory. And here's the twist life is showing them now: when they had your heart, they didn't know its value, but now that they lost it, it's the only thing they crave. Don't blink, this is the moment everything finally catches up to them. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart has stepped straight into the chapter they feared the most, the chapter where your absence hurts more than their pride ever protected them. They're realizing that the space you left behind wasn't empty, it was filled with all the love, care, and understanding they never appreciated. And now that it's gone, their world feels colder than ever. They're trying to stay strong on the outside, but inside? Everything is collapsing. Nothing feels the same. Nothing feels enough. Every person they meet seems shallow compared to the connection they had with you. Every conversation feels dry. Every emotion feels incomplete. And the wildest part? They're realizing they didn't just push you away. They pushed away the only person who truly saw them. Don't skip, the next line is the truth they can't escape. They've started questioning themselves in ways they never did before. Why did I treat them like that? Why didn't I value them when I had the chance? Why did I ruin the one thing that actually mattered? And with every question, their chest gets heavier. Because deep down, they know the answer, they let their ego destroy something their heart was trying to hold on to. Now, regret is becoming a daily visitor. And no matter how much they try to distract themselves, everything leads back to one realization: you didn't deserve the pain. But they deserve the lesson. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Part 10 will reveal the moment they finally understand that losing you wasn't a breakup, it was the turning point that changed their entire destiny. Stop right here, this part is the one they were never prepared for. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart has just entered the point of no return, the moment life finally reveals the full cost of losing you. Until now, they felt regret. They felt guilt. They felt fear. But today, they're feeling something even deeper, the realization that you've outgrown them. They saw something, maybe your confidence, your peace, your new circle, or the way you carry yourself now, and it hit them harder than anything: you're not the same person they hurt. You're stronger. You're wiser. You're healed. And most painfully, you're unavailable in ways they never expected. This truth is shaking them because they always believed they had time, that you'd always care, that you'd always be there. But seeing you evolve without them is the wake-up call they never wanted to receive. Don't skip, the next part is where everything flips. Now they're realizing that the universe didn't punish them by taking you away, it punished them by letting them see who you became without their love. They're watching you rise while they're stuck in the same emotional loop. They're watching you glow while their world feels dim. They're watching you move forward while they're trapped in memories of the past they destroyed. And the message life is whispering to them now is brutal but true: this is what happens when you play with a heart that was genuine. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Part 11 will reveal the moment they finally accept the hardest truth of all: you're no longer theirs, and life will never let them forget it. Hold on, don't move. This is the moment their entire world shatters. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart has finally reached the deepest part of their downfall, the moment of acceptance. Not the kind of acceptance that brings peace, but the kind that breaks a person completely. They're realizing something they ran from, denied, laughed off, and ignored for the longest time: you're gone, and they can't get you back. They tried acting strong. They tried distracting themselves. They tried pretending you never mattered. But every attempt collapsed under one undeniable truth: their heart still searches for you in places you no longer exist. They see couples and think of moments they ruined. They feel lonely and remember how you used to care. They go to sleep, hoping they won't dream of you, but they do, every single time. Don't skip, the next part is what finally breaks them. Life has taken off the blindfold they once wore. Now they're seeing everything clearly: your worth, your heart, your loyalty, your sincerity. The very things they dismissed are now the things their soul is craving. And the worst part? They know they can't walk back into your life the same way. Not after everything they did. Not after everything you overcame. They know approaching you now would mean facing the version of you who no longer bends, no longer begs, no longer breaks. And that thought alone is enough to keep them up at night. Because for the first time, they're realizing the truth that hits harder than heartbreak: they didn't lose you by accident, they lost you by choice, and now, they must live with that choice forever. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Part 12 will reveal the moment they finally understand that losing you was not a moment, it was the moment that changed their entire fate. Wait, don't scroll now. This is the moment everything becomes crystal clear. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart has now reached the harshest chapter of their journey, the chapter where life forces them to face the truth they avoided for so long. They're not just missing you, they're realizing how deeply they destroyed their own future by breaking yours. And the weight of that truth? It's suffocating them more than they will ever admit. They're seeing you rise while they're sinking. They're watching you heal while they're hurting. They're watching you find balance while their own world feels unstable. And for the first time, they understand something that shakes their soul: you were the one good thing they ever had, and they threw it away with their own hands. Their heart is restless, their mind is loud, and every memory of you feels like a lesson they learned too late. Don't skip, the next part cuts deeper. Now they're reaching the point life warned them about. The point where regret becomes permanent. They're realizing that the love you gave was unconditional, rare, and irreplaceable. And losing it wasn't just a breakup, it was the biggest loss they'll ever experience. They're finally understanding why nothing feels right anymore, why no one connects the way you did, why every new beginning feels empty. Because the truth is simple, their soul is craving the very person their ego pushed away. And here's the twist life is forcing them to face now. You are no longer the same, and your heart no longer waits in the same place they left it. That realization breaks them in a way karma couldn't, in a way guilt couldn't, in a way time couldn't. It breaks them because now, they understand exactly what they lost, exactly what they wasted, and exactly why life will never hand it back to them again. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Part 13 will reveal the moment they finally admit to themselves, losing you wasn't a lesson. It was the punishment they'll feel for the rest of their life. Stop, don't move your finger now. This is the part life hits them the hardest. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart has finally stepped into the chapter they feared the most, the chapter where their truth becomes louder than their excuses. For the longest time, they blamed you, blamed timing, blamed everything except their own actions. But now, life has cornered them with a realization they can't run from anymore. They destroyed the one connection that was actually meant for them. They're waking up every day with a heaviness they can't explain. They scroll through old photos, not to smile, but to ache. They reread old messages, not to reminisce, but to regret. And the silence you've created? It's louder than any argument, any conversation, any closure they ever imagined. In that silence, they're hearing every truth they once ignored. Your loyalty, your patience, your effort, your value. Don't skip, because the next part hits deeper than anything before. They're realizing something cruel, something painful, something life-changing. No one is showing up for them the way you did. And that emptiness is starting to shape their days. They feel it when they laugh. They feel it when they try to love again. They feel it when they're alone at night, questioning everything they ever did. Because now they see the difference. Your love wasn't normal, it was rare. Your energy wasn't common, it was healing. Your presence wasn't temporary, it was a blessing they misused. And life is whispering the truth directly into their heart now. Losing someone like you isn't a mistake, they will carry that loss through every chapter of their future. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Part 14 will reveal the moment where they finally break down and admit, you were the one thing they should have fought for. And the one thing they will never get back. Hold on. Don't scroll. This is the moment their entire soul cracks open. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart, the same person who treated your love like it was replaceable, has finally reached the truth they've been avoiding for months. You were the one they should have protected, not pushed away. Life has brought them to a place where every fake smile feels heavy, every distraction feels empty, and every night feels longer than it should. And now, the silence you left behind has become the loudest teacher they've ever had. They're breaking down in private, somewhere no one can see, no one can judge, no one can comfort them. They're finally allowing themselves to feel the pain they once caused. And it hits them in waves. Memories of your laughter. The way you cared. The patience you showed. The moments where you chose them even when they didn't choose you. All of it, it's burning inside them now. They never thought they'd miss you like this. They never thought they'd regret losing you this deeply. They never thought life would force them to face the truth so painfully. Don't skip, because what comes next is the point of no return. They've finally admitted it, to themselves, to life, and to the silence around them. You were the one. Not one of many. Not one of the options. Not one of the chapters. You were the one thing they should have fought for until their last breath. And now that reality settles in their chest, it breaks them in ways no apology or second chance could ever fix. Because now they understand why nothing feels right anymore, why no one connects with them the way you did, why every new door they try to open feels hollow. Life has made it painfully clear, they lost the person who carried a love they will never receive again. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Part 15 will reveal the final moment, the moment life forces them to face the ultimate truth. Your story moved forward, and they must live in the shadow of the love they destroyed. Wait, don't move. This is the moment everything comes full circle. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart is now standing in the harshest light of their own actions, the moment where life forces them to face the truth without filters, without pride, without escape. They're not just missing you. They're grieving the version of themselves they lost when they lost you. And that grief? It's the kind that doesn't end overnight. They're realizing that the connection you once offered them wasn't ordinary, it was healing, grounding, and pure. And now, everywhere they go, they're reminded of the space you once filled. A song you loved. A place you visited. A habit you shared. These things aren't memories anymore, they're lessons. Lessons that hit them harder every time. They're finally understanding that losing you wasn't something that happened to them, it was something they caused, step by step, choice by choice. And now, the universe is making sure they don't forget it. Don't skip, because the next truth is the one they never wanted to face. Here's what's breaking them completely now: your life is moving forward, and theirs is stuck in the moment they let you go. They see you becoming calmer, happier, stronger. They see you finding balance in places they never thought you'd reach. They see you glowing with a peace they once took for granted. And in that glow, they feel something they never expected. The finality. Because now they know you're not waiting. You're not hurting the way you used to. You're not looking back anymore. And that realization is the moment life delivers its biggest truth: you were the blessing they mishandled, and now, they must live with the emptiness their choices created. Stay till the end. Part 16 will reveal the closing moment, the moment where life shows them exactly what losing you truly cost. Stop, don't scroll. This is the moment everything finally settles into truth. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart has reached the final stage, the stage life was leading them toward all along. Not anger. Not confusion. Not denial. But acceptance. And acceptance is the sharpest blade of all. Because now, they're not just realizing they lost you, they're realizing they lost the future that came with you. Their heart feels heavier now, not because they want control back, but because they finally understand the magnitude of what they threw away. They're seeing the life you're stepping into, stronger, calmer, wiser, and it's making them realize just how small their games were. They once believed you'd always orbit around their world. But today, they're the ones orbiting around the memory of you. Searching for pieces of you in people who don't even come close. And no matter how hard they try to rebuild, nothing feels whole. Nothing feels safe. Nothing feels real like it did with you. Don't skip, because the next line is the heart of this final truth. Life has delivered the last message they needed to hear. You don't lose a genuine soul and come out unchanged. And they haven't. They've changed in ways they never expected. Their confidence is quieter, their ego is smaller, their heart is softer, and their regret is louder. They've accepted that you're not coming back the way they hoped. They've accepted that someone else may one day appreciate the love they wasted. They've accepted that their chapter in your life has closed, while your story continues without their name on the next page. And now, they must live with the truth that life will remind them of forever. They didn't just lose you, they lost the version of you that loved them fiercely, deeply, and unconditionally, and that version is never returning. Wait, don't blink. This is the moment life delivers the final blow. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart, the same person who thought they could walk away without consequences, is now facing the deepest realization of all. They didn't just lose someone, they lost the future that was destined to change them. Life is showing them, piece by painful piece, exactly what their choices have cost. And now, instead of pride, all they feel is the silence you left behind, a silence that has become their biggest reminder, their biggest regret, their biggest truth. They're starting to see the contrast between who you were with them, and who you are without them. With them, you were patient. With them, you were loving. With them, you gave your heart without holding back. But without them? You're powerful. You're focused. You're aligned with your purpose in ways they never believed you would reach. And seeing that transformation, watching you rise into someone stronger than the pain they gave you, is shaking them in ways they never expected. Don't skip, because the next part cuts right into their core. Here's the truth that finally breaks them completely: you healed from what they did, but they can't heal from what they lost. They can't undo the choices. They can't rewrite the past. They can't erase the memories. And they can't stop the universe from showing them, again and again, exactly who you were and exactly who they failed to be. They're realizing that your absence isn't temporary. It's permanent. Unchangeable. Final. And now, life is giving them the one message they never wanted to hear: you can miss them, you can regret them, you can love them, but you can't have them back. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Part 18 will reveal the final closure. The moment where life shows them that your healing became their biggest punishment. Stop, don't move your finger. This is the final truth life has been building toward. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart has finally entered the chapter that can't be undone, the chapter where life shows them the full weight of losing you. Not in pieces. Not in moments. But all at once. They're realizing now that your healing didn't just free you, it exposed them. It exposed the mistakes they hid behind their ego. It exposed the choices they justified with excuses. It exposed the love they never learned how to value. And as they watch you evolve into someone stronger, someone wiser, someone glowing with a peace they never gave you, they're being forced to accept something that breaks them from the inside. Your happiness is now the proof that they were never meant to stay. Don't skip, the final line is the truth they can't escape. Here's the closure life delivers to them, quiet, sharp, undeniable. You healed, and in your healing, they finally met the consequences of their actions. Your growth became their mirror. Your peace became their punishment. Your distance became their lesson. And your silence, the same silence they once ignored, has now become the loudest goodbye they will ever hear. They will think of you when nights feel heavy. They will miss you when love feels uncertain. They will regret you when life gives them reminders. But you? You're no longer looking back. You're no longer breaking. You're no longer waiting in the same place they left you. And that is the moment life locks the final truth into their heart forever. Losing you wasn't the end of your story, it was the beginning of theirs, a story filled with regret, reminders, and the memory of a love they'll never find again. This is the end for them. And the beginning for you. Wait, don't scroll. This is the final awakening they never saw coming. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The person who once played with your heart, the same person who walked away as if your love was replaceable, has now stepped into a chapter where life is no longer gentle with them. This isn't regret anymore. This isn't confusion. This is realization. The kind that hits in the middle of the night. The kind that shakes a person from the inside. The kind that makes them wish they could go back in time, just to undo the moment they broke you. They're seeing things clearly now. Too clearly. Your absence is no longer just silence, it's a mirror. A mirror showing them exactly who they were and exactly who you are now. They see your strength. They see your glow. They see the peace you've built without them. And every piece of your growth reminds them of one painful truth. You became everything they never believed you'd become, and everything they secretly wished they could be. Don't skip, because the next truth is the one that destroys them completely. Here's what's sinking into their heart now, deeper than any regret, apology, or hope for a second chance. They didn't just lose the relationship, they lost the version of you that loved them fearlessly. That version, the one who forgave easily, cared deeply, and tried endlessly, is gone. And they know they'll never meet that version again. Not in you. Not in anyone else. Not in any lifetime. Life has given them the final message. Your healing became your breakthrough. Their choices became their downfall. Your rise became their reminder. And your distance became their destiny. Now they understand the truth they were never ready to face. You were the blessing they mishandled, and the loss of you is the shadow that will follow them through every chapter of their future. Their story ends in regret. Yours is just beginning.